All right, let's get to my next guest of the evening. This is her first appearance in I think 4 or 5 years. She was one half of the Compass Roses. She's doing her thing as a solo artist. She got a podcast, talk about those stacks and snacks, interviewing people, getting some laughs in. This woman is a joy in the local music scene. I'm glad to know her, to be a fan of her music, and being a friend of hers. She's back, y'all. Jen Tackett. How's it going, Jen?
Hey, I'm so good. Thank you for those kind words.
Yeah, that's love right there. How are you, Miss Jen?
I'm good. I'm good. We've um, been a big day. My son had his first music performance at his school. He's in second grade, and so he did a duet today. So I'm like super. I'm on cloud nine tonight.
Ooh, okay. Congrats to the child. Second
Yeah.
generation Tackett musician. I see.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
if you are any indication, then you know the child gonna be on to some incredible things.
I hope
So
so. He
I,
loves music, so that makes me happy.
yeah, absolutely. So the last time we chat was several years ago, and I brought up that that was one of my favorite interviews of that year. It
Was
was
I rat?
it was it was a joy having you and Melissa, and
Yes.
I brought it up, and I'll bring it up again. You rapped the lyrics, the chorus to Wump Shaker, MC
Yeah.
Jan on the mics ones and twos. I mean, I know you're doing the singing thing, and that's incredible. That's for fun. That's loving. But man, if Jan gets on that microphone, be dropping bars and rapping.
I'm, you know what? You never know what I'm gonna do at a show or anything. You never know. Last show I played, I did No Diggity. I played No Diggity.
Ooh. Oh,
It
I
was
gotta.
so much fun. It was so much fun.
Oh, I gotta be for. I gotta go to a future show for that. I got to.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
so you've been doing music for quite a while. You've done shows.
yeah.
You've done acoustic shows. You've done songwriting shows. You've done all type of shows that a local musician could do or think of. Um, saying you've been around, and as I said, you are a joy to the local
Oh,
music
thank you.
scene. So just from your side of things, Jen, like how you feeling just being a part of this music scene with things getting back up and running, and live music is up and running, you know, and just you getting back to performing and giggling and laughing and hugging people. Cause
Yes, yes.
if you meet Jen Tackett in person, she don't do handshakes. She gonna hug you, okay? You just it don't matter if you're tall or you're small. She gonna hug you. I have to get down so she can grab
I
me
know.
by the neck, you know.
Yeah, it's those neck hugs too.
Yeah,
Those are you got to do the good ones.
I'm a,
And
I'm
I realize that not everybody is a hugger, and so I have to watch myself sometimes. But that's kind of how I am.
I I can understand that, but with everything that we've been through with this pandemic and
Yeah,
everything else before the pandemic, we need some uplifting. We need that
we
love.
really do. Yeah, and
And look, if you want to hug my neck, by all means, you go
all
right
right,
ahead. You have
okay,
my
yeah.
permission.
It was it. I had like the first kind of. I went to like some rural outdoor shows. Um, but I went to Abby Hamilton's show at the Burl a couple weeks ago, and there was a lot of people there, and it was just, oh my gosh, it just did my heart so good to um, to see. First of all, just to see Abby because she's just doing incredible things with her music, and then just to see lots of friends and family, and and like I said, give hugs. It was nice. Kind of felt like being back home.
Yeah, Abby Hamilton. I've seen her perform a few times throughout the years.
Yeah.
She's a star. She
Mhm.
is a
There's
star.
no doubt. There's no
Um,
doubt.
and she performed at Railbird last year. Like
Yes.
going from small shows to that festival, it
Yeah.
just tells you that she's on her way to
Yeah.
bigger things.
Absolutely.
So Abby, if you're listening to this, shout out to
We love you,
you.
Abby.
Love you.
And she's amazing. And you were talking about the music scene and stuff, and um, it was so good. Not only, we have a really cool music scene here in Kentucky, and most of it's because everybody's really supportive of each other. And there was at the Burl, there was a ton of musicians there supporting Abby, and that just kind of shows you, what it's about. Everybody kind of supporting and lifting each other up. So it was good.
Yeah, it's definitely an uplifting scene for sure. And I've been active on this scene for 7 to 8 years now.
Yeah, yeah.
And I tell people supporting local music is one of the greatest things I've ever done in my life.
Ever,
Um,
yeah,
and if you look at my Facebook pictures, there's plenty of musicians, man, different genres, different
yeah,
walks of life.
yeah,
And nowadays, I go to a grocery store and I run into a musician like, "Hey, you that radio guy?" Like,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
that's me. That's me.
Well, we
uh,
appreciate you too for sure.
yeah,
All you do.
appreciate you, Jen. I want to talk about the podcast that you
Okay.
do. I think Stacks and Snacks is the name of your
Yep.
podcast. Um,
Yeah.
you got the charisma, obviously, of doing it, and it shows. The latest episode with you and Eric,
Oh my
just
gosh, yeah. It comes the full episode comes out tomorrow, and it's so ridiculous.
yes. So
It's really
so
fun.
so, what got you into the podcast? What made you decide? Okay, this is something I want to do.
Well, I've been thinking about it for a while, and one day I was driving home from Pop's resale because I collect records, and they've been a part of my life forever. I was like, you know what? I want to do a podcast. I've always wanted to do a podcast, like talking to musicians about, what music kind of inspired them and what they listened to growing up. And I was like, I should do one about, what's their favorite stack of records. And then I was like, well, it'd be fun to like find out what their favorite snacks are too. So, I was just driving home and I was like, stacks and snacks. And I came home and um, created the podcast on Anchor, and kind of put out some dealers on Facebook of musicians and music lovers that collected vinyl records, and kind of went from there. Beck Smallwood, Beck in the Starlight Review, she was coming to stay at the house, and I was like, well, will you be my guinea pig and try this? So, but I'm just using this old laptop that I got, and I was like, it's lo-fi, high fun. That's what I'm going to say it is.
You're taking it to the old school, pretty much. You're taking it to the old school.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that's awesome. Shout out to Beck and her incredible band. I love her too, and her
Oh yeah.
band.
Her
Yeah.
album release is this weekend in Pikeville, so I'll be headed down there.
Mm. Yeah, so go. Yeah, that album's coming out soon, so go check it out. Beck and the Starlight Review.
Yeah.
Um, just a talented group, just so awesome. Uh,
Yeah, they're
so as if I guess you Stacks and Snacks, is that on the platforms or it's just Facebook?
no, well, there'll be videos on YouTube, and then you could listen on Anchor and Spotify.
All right, I'm a Spotify addict, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
subscribe.
Stacks and Snacks. It's on Spotify.
Yeah, that's that's quite fitting for a Jen Tackett podcast. I feel like
Right, right.
if you're gonna
Yeah,
come if we need our best podcast category for the Lexington Music Awards or something.
Oh my gosh,
Um,
that would be awesome.
if just to hear, just so I can hear Stacks and Snacks being presented, I would sign up for that. And I don't care if I went. I just want to hear Stacks and Snacks and the reaction. You,
You're right,
yeah,
right. Who
uh,
doesn't love records and snacks? Come
yeah.
on.
You gonna give me an appetite just listening to it.
What's your favorite snack?
Favorite snack? That's a good question.
Now I'm interviewing you. Do you like how this?
Yeah, the tables have turned. Um, my favorite snack is I like chips.
The
Um,
stink on chips, yeah. Mine
yeah.
is grip. I love Grippos. That's my favorite.
Ooh, Grandpa's barbecue.
Yeah.
That's my
Yes.
favorite. It's a drug.
Yeah.
Like every
They're so good.
every time I be at the grocery store, whether it's um Kroger or Save a Lot, I'm looking for the Grandpa's.
Yeah.
And I'm getting two bags a day, two bags every week. I love it. It's a
Yeah.
southern thing. Yeah, it's good. It's you're gonna get a little burnt up, but it's all
Right.
good. I love the
Right.
chips. Yeah, so that's my go-to snack. Don't matter the occasion. Like I'm gonna be walking a Sprite on one hand and Gripples on the other.
Right.
That's
See, mine's, yeah. I'm Diet Mountain Dew and Grippos. That's
yeah,
mine.
yeah, absolutely. So as I point out, you've been doing music for quite a while. You got some music on Bandcamp, and now you got music on the platforms as well.
Yeah.
If I told you, it's your latest release.
Uh huh.
I've been craving some Jen Tackett music. Whether it's group thing or solo thing. So I'm very pleased to hear some Jen Tackett on the platforms. So
Yeah.
I can listen to that wonderful singing voice. Uh,
Thank you.
so give us the story behind writing the song, and if give us the story behind If I Told You.
Okay. Well, it's kind of like, I thought about just, you know, kind of, I think through the pandemic, like a lot of people kind of dealt with, mental health issues. And I've really been trying to be kind of more transparent about, my dealing with anxiety and stuff and on Facebook. And I was kind of thinking like, it's about the kind of scariness of if you tell people like everything you've been through, like your background and that you do, have, you had childhood issues or, you were in bad relationships or that kind of thing. So it's kind of like, if I told you kind of all these things I've been through, would you stay? Um, so that's kind of where it came from. Um, but, it's just kind of one of those like, would you stay or walk away? And I thought of the line. I think I thought of the chorus first, but if I told you all the sad songs I knew, because people are like, gosh, why do you like all the sad songs, or why do you write all the sad songs? And it's like I think people like connecting to the sad songs and that type of thing. Kind of lets you know that um, somebody else has been there.
Yeah, absolutely relatable stuff. Just hearing songs like that, and just hearing people's reaction to it, and you know what, I've been through it or someone I know been through it.
Right, right.
So just showing that authenticity, being
Yeah,
authentic with
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's something that local musicians that I've known have took to heart and saying, look, I'm in my feelings and you gonna get this.
Right, right. And
So it's
I think we've all probably been at the beginning of a relationship where we were like, okay, it's going to move forward, and if it moves forward, like if I tell them all these things, from my past, or you kind of like you're kind of scared too, and you kind of wonder like if you tell them these things, are they gonna, you know, love the ugly parts too, or are they gonna walk away?
Yeah, absolutely. So check out Jen Tackett, her latest single, If I Told You. That's available on all the platforms. So go check it out. Check out the podcast, Stacks and Snacks. Get your appetite, while you enjoy
Right.
that particular show. Anchor, Spotify, and YouTube is where you can hear her podcast. And the latest episode is with Eric Bolander, who, by the way, released an incredible album. I
Oh
was
my
at
gosh,
that
so good.
show. Eric Bolander is also a joy in the scene as well, and definitely one of the
Yes.
most versatile musicians here in Kentucky. He does folk, he does country, Americana.
Yeah.
He's got the rock band,
Rock band,
and
Albatross Shakedown. Yeah.
yeah, he's very sarcastic as well.
He's funny.
So he's funny, great sense of humor, just a good guy. So go check out the album. Now, obviously, people gonna see Jen one way or another. Either she doing a show or she's supporting a fellow artist, which is pretty cool. As
Yeah.
far as you, Jen, you got any upcoming shows yourself? What you performing wise? What you got on in the coming up?
Yeah, well, I'll be with Beck. I sing harmony and background music, background sing with Beck and the Starlight View. So I'll be down there uh, this weekend. And then I've got some other things. Let's see. I've got, I'm working with the Mountain Girl Experience in Pikeville. I'll be playing with that, which is a fantastic. Everybody should check it out. But I'm doing one of our pre-shows at Alley on Main and Paintsville on May 20th. So that's my next solo thing coming in. So I'm super excited about that. Mountain Girl Experience is awesome. Um, and then I've got the Shindig, which is it's like a house show in Almost, Indiana. And if you want more information about that, look for there's a Facebook group called the Shindig, and it's a fantastic. It's got a huge um, group of just talented artists. And it's like super laid back. It's a house show. It's like at a barn, and it's awesome. Um, and then I'll be at the Grove, which is like around Glasgow on June 10th. So I got a few things coming up this summer and spring. I'm so excited. And then I'm super excited. I'll be at Slancha in my hometown in Georgetown on June 16th. I'm super excited about that to play in my hometown. And I love Slancha.
Mm. In other words, she gonna be traveling all over
Yeah,
Kentucky.
yeah, I'll try. Like I'm excited about, yeah, I'm going east and then kind of south central and then back here in central Kentucky. But um, yeah, I'm excited to be back out. Did a few festivals last summer and played Laurel Cove, and that's just a beautiful venue and just a great group of people with it. But yeah, there's just seeing all the festivals and come back and seeing everybody out playing again. It's so exciting.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, if you haven't seen Jen Tackett perform, do yourself a favor and go check out one of these shows in a venue near you. She's performing solo shows. She's contributing to other shows as well. She's on social media. You're on Facebook, Jen Tackett. You're on Instagram, also at Jen Tackett. That's
Yep.
Tackett. Um, Check out the song If I Told You on the platforms Stacks and Snacks on Anchor, Spotify, and YouTube. Just support this woman. Just
Thank
support
you.
her. Great having you back on the show, Jen. And
Absolutely. So good talking to you.
I promise I won't make you wait another 4 years. Yeah.
Okay. Anytime,
Yeah,
anytime.
so thank you so much, Jan. Continue
Thank
success and
you.
everything, and we'll cross paths again. I think,
I'm sure I was gonna say we'll see each other
yeah,
soon, I'm sure.
yeah, and my neck will be prepared for the hug.
Those
Uh,
neck hugs,
Neck
yes.
hugs, the queen of the neck hugs, Miss Jen Tackett. Enjoy your night.